In example 3, we're going to be working to find all 6 exact trigonometric ratios if theta is equal to negative pi over 2. Let's sketch this real quick so that we can get a good idea of where this is. So negative pi over 2 is the same as negative 90. So if you think more in terms of degrees, those two are an equal angle measure. And of course, when we go negative, we're going to be going in the downward or clockwise direction. Downward to begin, I should say, then clockwise throughout. And so our terminal side will be right here. We could also imagine a point here, and we could treat this like it was on the unit circle. And this point then would be left or right none, and then down 1. Also, the radius is 1. So if we're looking at our x, our y, and our radius, the x would be 0, y is negative 1, and then r, of course, would be 1. And then there's your circle right here, the old unit circle. So to set up our trig ratios, we're going to utilize our x, y, and r. So we've got our sine of negative pi over 2, or sine of theta, but we know what theta is in this case. And so that's going to be y over r, so that's negative 1 over 1, which is just negative 1. Cosecant's easy enough to do right now. And the cosecant then would be just the reciprocal of this ratio, and that still works out to be negative 1, or negative 1 divided by 1, same thing here, or 1 divided by negative 1. The cosine of negative pi over 2 will be x, which is 0, over r, which is 1. And that's just 0. The secant of negative pi over 2 is the reciprocal, 1 divided by 0, and we call this undefined. So we could say that that is undefined. Can't divide by 0. You can't split something up into no groups. That's what that would mean. And in more ways than one, this just doesn't work. The tangent of negative pi over 2 will be y over x, so negative 1 over 0. Just like the secant, that is undefined. Anytime we have division by 0, that's undefined. Suppose you don't have to put the exclamation point there, but you know, keep things similar here between the secant and the tangent. And then the cotangent is negative pi over 2, and we'll just take this tangent ratio and use the reciprocal there, flip it. And so 0 divided by negative 1 is 0. That one does exist.